Finally, Navy story time. Let's talk about the last set of calls I ever got, shall we? Now, when I was in Fallon, Nevada, I knew I was getting out, so I was short-timing it like a motherfucker and wasn't really pushing as hard as I should be on my qualifications, which had some repercussions. For instance, I was permanently assigned to main gate watch for a number of weeks with the most annoying person in section. And it's not like I was incompetent. I knew my job inside and out. I had it down pat and could have challenged those tests. But on principle, I didn't think it was worth it to go after my quals if I simply was getting out in a couple months. But after a few days of dealing with them and my teeth grinding, I said fuck it and went to the training department. In one day, I passed both sentry and patrolman, but then I had my board, which I scheduled for the very next day. Problem was, my FTO decided to sit in on it because I may or may not have told him to get bent on a number of occasions, using proper language and respectful tone so as not to get in trouble. But yeah, he kind of had it out for me, skosh. There I was, one weekday afternoon, spitting off definitions, deadly force, serious bodily harm, naming jurisdictions, when they decided the final part of my qualification was to simulate a domestic disturbance, using my FTO as a suspect. But before I left the room, giving them a couple minutes to prepare, I asked the parameters of said scenario, and they told me to use my best judgment. Okie dokie. Come back to the door after a couple minutes, pound on it, announcing myself, and lo and behold, my FTO opens it, saying that him and the simulated wife, which wasn't existent, were arguing in the entryway, so I had my partner simulate taking the wife out and start to interview her while I interviewed him. And he decided to try to push the subject. I asked him to try to calm down and take a seat so we can talk, and on his way past me, he shoulder checked me. So I jumped on him. Did I forget to mention my FTO had about 2 inches and 50 pounds on me? And I wasn't doing good in this physical altercation in the training room, so I went to one of my age-old tactics. The common peroneal is a nerve cluster that runs up the thigh and when struck with one's knee, can render someone's leg useless and drop them like a bag of dicks to the floor. Yeah, I can neither confirm nor deny that I may or may not have dead-legged my FTO with everything I had in my final months in the Navy. And yeah, he dropped like said bag of dicks to the floor, screaming as I handcuffed him. But I got my qualification. What stories like this do you have? Stitch your comment below and don't forget to join the Discord on the link tree underneath my bio. And have a nice day.